Sorry for the lateness of this video. I intended to put it up quite a long time ago, but migraines, light sensitivity, etc. have gotten in the way not only of quite a bit of my reading, but also in the way of my video editing and my video recording. So this is going up quite a bit later than I intended, about a week or so, maybe more. So hope that you enjoy this much later than intended posting of this video. Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. I am back in this location again. It just seems to be the easiest location for me to record, so sorry about the noise back here. It's just, if I'm going to record with any sort of brain power, this is probably the best place for me to do it, or any sort of consistency. This should hopefully be a fairly short video. I just want to cover some of the things I intend to read this quarter, quarter two of the Historathon. Besides whatever fictional reads that I intend to read, or non-Historathon things. Like, I would maybe like to just sort of wave it. Stay there. Like I'd like to continue Silmarillion. That's not Historathon, but I would like to continue that. I'd like to continue Terry Brooks' Sword of Shannara. I'd like to have time for some of these other books, if I don't overwhelm myself. I want to try to maybe focus better and just have a smaller pile of Historathon books planned for myself for this quarter. I can add more if I want to later, but I'd like to focus first. The other one I'm going to be doing, and this is why I don't want to add too many as well, because I know I'm going to be starting this next week with my mom, is we're going to be reading together Just One More Thing by Peter Falk. I think it's focused specifically during his time on Columbo. So she's a huge Columbo fan. I enjoyed the first season, so we're going to enjoy this together. But since that doesn't really fall into Historathon, I have to make room for it. I'd also like to, just for some relaxation reading, I started last quarter when I really needed to have something to kind of work as a palate cleanser. I had started, apparently there are old Columbo books out there. I have several of them, but they're really hard to get at a good price. The ones I have, I had to work hard to find. The rest of them are ridiculously priced because they haven't been printed in a while. You can't get them on Kindle or anything. But this one is The Game Show Killer, and I'm partway through. It's the same Columbo format. You know, you already know at the beginning who did it, who done it. I've got my I'm reading another murder mystery book, magnetic bookmark in there. And if I sit down and read this, like if I could easily get this done at any point. And I'm kind of looking forward to having the time to not being quite so. I was cramming last month to get everything done. I feel now that quarter one is finished, I already know that I have the books that bleeding over. Now, if I want to, I can finish the Columbo book and read some of my other fiction books as well. Be a little bit more well-rounded. Now for the TBR for quarter two. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to continue with Bede's Ecclesiastical History of the English People this year, or if I'll save this for a different point. This is a bit of a heavy read, and I'm not sure that's where my brain is at right now. So I might save this for a different point. I have it here in case I do want to read it, but I have a feeling that this will not be this quarter. But the ones that I do intend on reading this quarter, I'm really excited about picking this one up again. This is Gary B. Ferngren's Medicine and Religion, a Historical Introduction. I read the part on antiquity last quarter, and the part on Middle Ages is much shorter. It's how many pages? 136. So it's 93 to 136. It's a very small section, so I could get that done really easily. Plus, I really enjoy this topic, so I have a feeling I'll be finished with my Middle Ages part for this really quickly, and then I'll put this aside until it says early modern. So, although this looks like it's going to be something I can start quarter 3, the next part after that. But yeah, I enjoyed this book this past quarter. I look forward to enjoying this book this quarter. The next one, I was going to read Justinian's Flea, but I decided that if I do pick up reading that, I will do it as like an added on later one, because with this one, right now, I just didn't feel quite like doing Justinian's Flea on top of that. I am going to continue reading The Bible Illuminated, How Art Brought the Bible to Literate Worlds, and this is all your illuminated manuscripts. This is something that's very much of a easy read. It's mostly pictures, a little bit about each picture that's shown. So this will be like an easy, if I just need to get a couple pages read here and there, this will be a nice one. And I've already started this. I started this last year, out of cycle actually. So I'll be starting with the Stavelot Bible. Now the other books that I intend to read are going to be my other definite TBR books, at least as far as I intend. Daughters of Chivalry is going to be my intended biography for this quarter. I just want to show you see if I stamped this one better. Okay, yeah. I've got my Ex Libris stamp for that. I don't know how well it's showing up. What happens is I put, I'll show you in the back of this book. I have a library card I stick in the back of there. When I'm done, I stamp it, and then later on it gets put in my book journal. And then every time I reread the book, take it out, put it in the back of the book, stamp it accordingly. I still need to write the library cards for these. But Daughters of Chivalry, The Forgotten Princesses of King Edward Longshanks by Kelsey Wilson Lee. So I'm looking forward to this. I think it'll be enjoyable. I almost chose to do The Brothers York. If I finish this one and a couple of the other books and I feel like I have space for Brothers York, I'll start that one. That one's quite a big book, though, so that might be better for next quarter if I want to, get any other reading done without feeling stressed. But I look forward to this one. This was something that was not on my radar. I don't remember who mentioned this in the Discord for Historathon, but thank you. This is right up my alley. I have one that's focused on the Renaissance and religion, medicine, and art. This one is Medieval Bodies, Life, Death, and Art in the Middle Ages. So right up my alley. Right off the bat, they just have fun things. I wanted to show one of them. They have where a monk was doing a transcription. I need to keep an eye on the time. A monk was doing a transcription of, I think it was a work of Bonaventure's. And he got kind of bored while he was doing it. It's under skin, that's right. And he doodled on, I guess, what was a damaged document. Here, I'm almost there. There it is. So, small holes in the parchment page transformed by a 12th century scribe who has taken a moment out from transcribing St. Bernard of Clairvaux's commentary on the Song of Solomon to doodle them into a face. So, creepy but incredibly amusing. And this is the kind of thing I have to look forward to. This is right up my alley. I'll enjoy this. So thank you whoever suggested this, or whoever mentioned that they were thinking of this book in the Discord. I am going to enjoy that one. Now, I wasn't sure what my next book was going to be besides the ones listed there. I had ended up picking this one up during one of the sales. It was one of the Princeton sales that were mentioned in the Historathon group last year on Discord. And I picked this one up. I had no idea when I was going to start it, but I was flipping through this one. I was looking for things to possibly start, and it really caught my attention. I decided I would do this one this year. It's The Making of the Medieval Middle East, Religion, Society, and Simple Believers. And that's by Jack Tanos. And this just looks like it'll be really good. It's going to cover just living in the Christian Middle East, both as someone who's Islamic and then for the everyday Christian believers as well. So I'm looking forward to that, the everyday person's view and living in accordance with what living everyday life as an everyday follower of Islam, everyday Christian. This will be an interesting view of taking, a view that I haven't really covered in previous Middle Ages studying. I've mostly stuck to England, sometimes a little bit beyond this, so this is really far out of my wheelhouse, which I'm looking forward to. I still have that same, I did a little bit darker this time, the stamp there, the Ex Libris. Now, I did want to show, this one turned out quite well, I thought, my Ex Libris for the Plague Doctor. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these reads. I think they'll be a lot of fun. I also think that limiting myself right now to these will be a lot less stressful. Right now I have 1, 2, 3. I'm only considering medicine and religion to be like a quarter because it's only a part of a book. So 1, 2, 3. Basically I have a book per month set aside right now, and I can always add more later. I'm hoping that will decrease the stress level, and I need to try to stick to it this time around, so then I can finish up the books I have set in antiquity, and get some fiction read too. But yeah, that is all for now. I getting a little bit hungry, so I want to grab something to eat. Thank you very much for joining me today for another episode of Talia Nerds Out, and I will see you next time. God bless. Bye.